I believe PATCH is something that the IUPAT can focus in on. Just the acronym itself, Painters and Allied Trades for Children's Hope, offers hopes and dreams for children out there to make their life a little better.
Would receive inquiries or requests for help and assistance from some of our members. And typically, while there are a lot of requests that covered many different issues, the one that seemed to be recurring the most was to do something for my child.
IUPAT's Patch Foundation has donated nearly $1 million to help youth in local communities throughout the United States. And in 2009, in Minneapolis, Minnesota, the International and IUPAT District Council 82 once again came to the aid of children in need.
Children's is the largest pediatric care facility in Minnesota, so we see kids who are the most critically ill with cancer or blood disorders, newborn babies who are as small as a can of Coke.
Over the years, Children's Hospitals and Clinics of Minnesota has turned to IUPAT for their painting, finishing, and glazing work. This time, the IUPAT offered something more.
Our political director saw a news article that was on the 10 o'clock news that the donations for Children's Hospital were down.
When I got the phone call from District Council 82's business manager, Terry Nelson, and he was looking for some support for the Children's Hospital, there was no doubt in my mind that I thought this was a worthwhile venture.
I had gotten a call from Terry Nelson saying, we're really interested in joining forces with you to make a gift for your capital campaign, and $75,000 for a private patient room makes a humongous difference to this campaign, to this hospital, to our families.
Not only was it a large donation, but with our painters working here every day, they're sustaining a good paying, livable wage job with benefits that is so important to their own families, but yet they're producing a product that the community itself will be able to use for years to come.
The need was clear. Though top in medical care, children's facilities had not been updated in almost 30 years. Their neonatal intensive care units were large bays packed with up to 30 incubator-like isolettes, and the only accommodation for families was a shared rocking chair.
When we started thinking about expanding our hospital campus, we really knew that the way to go was private patient rooms. Some of our families are going through some of the most difficult times in their life, and they're not getting a lot of space to be a family.
They were able to pull Gus out, but he was born not breathing, he had no heart rate, so he was essentially not alive.
NICU staff resuscitated Gus, and Melissa was rushed into emergency surgery. While their medical care was state-of-the-art, the recovery facilities presented a challenge.
I went with Gus through the tunnel to Children's, and the initial tests showed that he was having seizures and had very abnormal brain activity.
I didn't meet Gus until 24 hours after I delivered him, and I met him on a gurney.
With space at a premium, Melissa and Mike waited to learn Gus's diagnosis, surrounded by a sea of sick children.
Remember, the neonatal neurologist, gave us his prognosis. We stepped away from Gus's isolette and had that conversation next to another baby's isolette.
Seeing the pain of all these other small children around you adds to your pain.
But I so vividly remember him telling us that to be emotionally prepared for severe cerebral palsy, that he may not be able to walk, he may not be able to feed himself, and was told about an experimental treatment that had not yet been FDA approved, but happened to be the technology at Children's at the time.
Gus Townley received cutting-edge treatment. Although grateful for children's medical care, Mike and Melissa longed for a healing environment.
The private room would just make everything so much easier on the family and the visitors.
I could have nursed him had we had a room like this.
I really feel like in a room like this, we could have transitioned from that darkest moment to let's recover and regroup as a family and bond.
My level of appreciation is so high for what the Patch Foundation has done is because they've taken a place where their own union colleagues are working because they're part of our family. And so that the fact that you're willing, as the foundation is willing to share some of their monies with Children's to build private rooms for neonates, it will have impact on a life. Not just one, probably many.
They have everything they need here. The computer access, they can work from their office, many of them, right here. They have refrigerators. They don't have to leave the room itself, so the child feels more secure.
IUPAT's donation represents our partnership with children's hospitals. Now, sick children like Gus will not only have the best health care available, but they will also recover in larger rooms that allow more life-saving equipment and bring families together in time of need. Although these rooms were not available in time for the Townley family, Children's Hospital's world-class medical treatment was. Today, one look at Gus Townley makes clear why Patch decided to be part of the good work going on at Children's.
Just the way he came flying down that hallway, I was kind of teared up because I remember walking down that hallway and just seeing, and it's a source of horror for me, and just seeing this little energetic, happy little boy just like bouncing down that hallway and so excited to be here. It was kind of too much for the brain to comprehend.
He's hit all his milestones and he's a healthy, normal 3-year-old, very active, coordinated, high energy 3-year-old.
I have the most sincere gratitude towards Patch for their generosity. They are making an enormous positive impact on a lot of families' lives and children's lives.
The Painters and Allied Trades for Children's Hope Foundation. For the last 8 years, we've been helping children in North America and beyond live a better life by providing shelter, health care, and even an opportunity to play. Along the way, we've shown our communities that the men and women of the IUPAT are more than just working in our communities. We're making them better for all of us. That's what being a good union member is all about.